Our next presentation is from Mr. Vijay, MFD Bytes.
Good evening, everyone. Yeah. So I am Vijay Victoria from Jaspar Wealth Management Services. I would like to start with thanking IFA for giving me this wonderful opportunity to present the topic on strategic asset allocation versus tactical asset allocation. So, an asset allocation means dividing the investment portfolios into various asset classes. It can be fixed income, equity, or maybe alternative investment funds, or maybe gold or real estate. So it can be different asset classes. But when this allocation is based on a set of strategic goals, then it is called as strategic asset allocation. So now, what is the strategic allocation? It is essentially a long-term goal, but it is going to be relevant for the entire time horizon. As we travel across, let's say the investment time horizon is about 20 to 30 years or 40 years, all throughout all the set of strategic goals are going to stay relevant, right? So how this strategic asset allocation is going to be approached? It can be approached from 2 points. One is as a portfolio manager, or else like we as a mutual fund distributor or investment advisor. If you look at the portfolio manager, he will have to first draft investment policy statement where he will mention the entire strategic asset allocation, right? As far as the portfolio manager is concerned, his focus will be towards the portfolio, right? So he will have to understand what he is responsible for the equity analysis or the fundamental analysis, technical analysis. He should be very astute in the stock picking skills, right? And need to understand how the fixed income securities are performing. So he need to understand the calculus, right? So yeah, so he will, if it's not a straight line, it is a curve. So he will talk gaga about it, right? So that's how he's completely focused on a portfolio. But as far as investment advisor or mutual fund advisor are concerned, so how the strategic allocation takes place is actually by choosing the right mutual funds. So typically we perform the role of HR recruiter, right, to pick up the right mutual funds which is suitable for our clients, right? So here are some of the common types of goals that every investor shall have, right? So if you look at the first and foremost goal, which is into emergency fund. So emergency funds, so every individual need to have at least 3 to 6 months of salary as an emergency fund. So emergency fund is not only for taking care of this emergency need of health or related issue. I assume that every investor has their insurance like life insurance and health insurance that take care of it. But here, when I say emergency fund, what about job losses or when there are no income? So it gives the investor his head on shoulder, right? So that he can navigate through any issues that might come across, right? So to save that, for that he will have to save over a period of time, and the investment what he can look at is the money market fund. So typically as of now it is around 7% is the return what a person can expect. The next important goal what we can see is the retirement goal. So on the day of retirement until the end, I mean 25 years or 30 years, a person will have to spend his entire lifetime without any income. Now think about the amount of corpus he need to have to spend that time. So he will have to start saving right from the first job itself, right? So this is a very long time horizon. So therefore, the best, some of the funds what I can suggest is NPS, investing through NPS into equity, and also if they can clearly maneuver using different mutual funds, they can do it, right? Then we have children's education, yeah. So not everyone will start thinking about allocating for education. I am talking about education means after 18 years with the college studies I am talking about, right? So for that, what they need to do is, they might want to choose a funds which are more secured in nature. For example, balanced advantage fund, or maybe MA, multi-asset allocation funds that they can use. So, and likewise, children's wedding. In our culture, parents spend a lot of money for wedding, right? So therefore, here we can actually take chances, because we don't know after 15 years or 20 years whether the wedding what we are going to celebrate is going to be conservative or lavish, right? But definitely we can take some chances. Likewise, we have residential houses. People would want to buy nowadays. It's again a trend. Sometimes what happens is the appreciation in the real estate, it might be really very high as against the interest what we are spending, right? So likewise, for that, REITs is something which is well recommended, right? So these are the different goals based on which, these are the different funds that can be used. As far as tactical allocation is concerned, it will take a deviation from the strategic allocation in order to capture some of the opportunities which happens in the market, right? So that's about my small presentation on strategic allocation and tactical allocation.
Please stay on the stage, Vijay. Please give him a big hand. He's coming on the stage for the first time. I request Arvind to give a memento to Mr. Vijay.